Hello, and welcome to this episode of the In My Era podcast, you guys. This is a car cast, obviously. Maybe not so obviously if you're not watching it on the video. If you are watching it on the video, I keep having to readjust it because it likes to fall. Let me quickly start. We're going to tell you about my day today, and then we'll get into the topic of this episode, which is happiness. Oh my god. Once again, there's just so much to discuss. All right. This morning so far, I won't lie, has been an amazing morning. I woke up, to the natural light because for some reason the sun is perfectly rising. The birds are chirping here at 6 in the morning, which is just fucking phenomenal. Woke up, happy spring chicken, okay? And then I did some stretches, and then after I stretched, I actually made breakfast, which is crazy because usually I don't make breakfast, especially first thing in the morning. I'm trying it out. So made some eggs, and then I went for a walk to get coffee, and then walked to the beach, and then what did I do after the beach? I picked some flowers for my room. When I just tell you, this was a perfect, peaceful morning, it was just the best. And I'm so grateful. So that is the headspace in which I'm coming at you today. One other little side note, for some reason, mild tummy troubles going on, which I am not loving, but it's all right. This last week was a hard week. I'm not going to lie to you. It was one of those weeks where I'm not going to say I was feeling tested by the world, but I was kind of feeling tested. I was kind of in a snappy, bitchy mood. I kind of went off on a few people this week, which is not something that I'm proud of, but sometimes it happens. And also sometimes I think I just come across so kindly that at times I just have to put down the hammer and show people that I have a backbone. And if you say certain things, but I didn't feel good about that. So anyways, that did happen. One person though, I just met this person, okay? And he goes, "Are you as happy as you seem to be?" Because he follows me on social media, we have mutuals, so he knows about me. He's seen my general vibe. And I was really shocked when he asked me this question, because no one usually asks that, And it inspired this week's episode because I have a lot to say. And first, I wanted to respond to that question on here, to the podcast. Am I as happy as I seem? Yes, I am. Not always, but the baseline is yes. I think maybe, you guys, I might even be happier than I seem. This morning on my walk, I was so happy. Even in this moment, granted I am on my period, I feel so happy and grateful that it brings me to the edge of tears, because there's just so many reasons. And I think my happiness that I felt, there's so many layers to it and pieces of a puzzle. It's not one thing that's making me happy. It's so much that I've worked at for years. And that's the thing. It's taken work. More work than I think anyone realizes or maybe understands, unless you've also done that same work to be happy. But I am as happy as I seem. And on the days where I'm not feeling quite as happy, I still always make a really conscious effort to always still be a light. And what I mean by that is, I believe that it is part of my purpose to show up in my day-to-day life as the good. I think that it is very, very important to me to be positive and encouraging and kind at work, in my friendships, to strangers. I think that is my top priority, even if I'm having a really shitty day. And I think if I'm having a hard moment, then usually I'll just be quiet. I usually won't say much if I'm not really feeling very happy because I don't want to project my feelings in a negative state out into the world. That being said, sometimes I do feel like I can struggle to go to people when I'm not feeling very happy because I'm like, well, I don't want to like negatively impact them. But generally, I am a happy camper. And I was really reflective on this on Mother's Day because usually Mother's Day is a day that I have a really hard time with. I think obviously, we're not going to bring it up, but usually Mother's Day is a really, really hard, emotional, deep, troublesome day for me. But this year on Mother's Day, it wasn't. And not to say that, like, I'm not sad about, things, but my Mother's Day this year was like, I was working, and it was cool because I was seeing all of the moms out and about with their kids. And there's something so healing to me in, like, my, like, mom issues to just speak with other moms and like to see how they interact with their kids. Like, I get so much joy from that. So yeah, that was good. And then after work, I originally thought that I wanted to spend Mother's Day with my friends because I thought that it was going to be really hard for me. But all my friends were busy. So busy with their mothers. Valid. So I had to spend the afternoon alone. And I took a walk by the beach, and usually everyone is out walking this path by the beach because it's gorgeous and we live in this small little beach town and it just everyone does it. And this Mother's Day, no one was out. I think because everyone was at home having dinner or like celebrating with their moms. I'm not quite sure as to why no one was out, but no one was out. And I was walking through like the empty streets and I was looking around at everything. Like, I'm looking at the ocean, the colors in the sky, I'm looking at the flowers and all the cute notes because the people in my town love to just like be really cutesy and they'll put like sweet little notes outside their homes and it's just so lovely. And I was looking around at everything and I started crying, not tears of sadness. I started crying because I literally just felt so at peace because I was reflecting back on a younger version of myself that wanted nothing more than to feel this level of peace, but she had no idea what it was, you know? And because it was Mother's Day, I was reflecting on my mom. And I was like, my mom never got to experience this level of peace. And I think that sounds sad, but I didn't see it as sad. I saw it as something that I feel grateful for. And because I feel grateful for it, and because I know that there's a little version of me who would be so happy here, and I think my mom would have been so happy here, and if she could see this life that I've made. Holy shit, okay, once again, not like tears of sadness. Well, kind of. It's a mixture of like sadness and happiness, but like, I think I feel so happy here. I think my mom would be so happy here. The little version of myself would be so happy here, and it's because for some reason I put in all of this work to find this peace, and on Mother's Day was like the first day that I realized that I had made it. I think the reason why this is so huge for me and why my happiness is so huge to me is because I feel like my whole life I've been told that the only way that I would find this peace or the only way that I would find this happiness is through external things, through romantic relationships, through money, through a career. None of those things have given me this feeling. And what I think is so special about that is that I have always made decisions based on my gut instinct, based on my intuition. Like, that's the reason why I applied to only schools in California. That's the reason why I just, for some reason, knew that I was meant to be here. That's the reason why I've taken certain jobs and said no to others, even when everyone is telling me that I should be doing something else. I feel like I've just been chasing this peace and happiness that I've only known how to find by just taking a leap of faith to the next step. I don't know if that even makes sense, but it's working out. It's moving my body, and it's not moving my body out of hatred or feeling like I have to. It's doing it because I genuinely love it and because I know that my body deserves it, and it's learning to find self-control. My happiness comes from the true things that I think fuel your soul, and that is movement, food, nourishment, taking care of yourself, like true self-care. And sometimes self-care means being okay with being alone. Sometimes self-care is cutting out friends, family that don't contribute to your well-being. Sometimes that's quitting your job. Sometimes that's just, there's so many different layers to it, which is what I've been trying to say, but I am as happy as I seem. I think I'm even happier than I seem. That feels fucking weird as fuck to say, by the way. Like, saying that, I'm like, oh my god, that sounds like I'm fucking lying. I don't know. But I'm not. I'm not lying, obviously. But I am happy. It's just interesting because I feel like on paper, it's like I don't have any of the things that should be the things that make me happy. Like, I'm single, right? I don't have very many friends. I don't currently have an overflow of money. I don't have a successful career. I don't have blah, 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 blah. You know what I mean? It's like I don't have those things. But I have created peace in my life and peace within myself and my mind through so many, like I said, so many different things, so many different layers, so many different things are contributing to that. And I'm grateful. And there's nothing more now than I want to share that happiness and that love that I found with everyone else, because I genuinely am like, I want everyone to be able to feel this. I want everyone to be able to feel this level of peace and joy and love. And that's the thing. I know it's possible because I did it. Sometimes I'm like, damn, I feel like I walked through like the fiery gates of hell and I made it out the other side. And I think life is highs and lows and ebbs and flows, but it's like, I think the first time you make it out through the lows, it's so huge because it shows you that you can do it. So that next time maybe it gets a little bit low, you're like, okay, you know what? I've been here before. I know how to get out. I know that it's possible. And I just want anyone watching to know that, like, true happiness and pure peace and pure love exists. And I know it because I have it and I feel it. And basically the entirety of my life before this point, I hadn't had it. But I for some knew that it existed. You know, it's like you hear about it, like, guys, like, true love exists, like, your dream, like, being happy, it exists. It's real. I just think the complicated part is that it's the opposite of what everyone tells us it should be. It's so much simpler than we make it, but that's the opposite of how our society was built and kind of maintained, you know? It's the opposite of capitalism. So, if anyone has any questions or, like, needs to talk about anything or wants any fucking, I don't know, guys, message me, DM me. I'd love to, like, learn more about how, like, you guys are doing and things that you guys want to hear from me. Feedback. I love feedback. I hope you guys are happy. I hope you guys are joyous. I hope you guys feel peace today. And I want to remind you once again that you deserve it. You deserve to find that. And it is possible. And I'm adjusting the fucking camera again. I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna lose it, guys. Literally. I'm gonna leave it here. But I love you guys. I will see you next week. And that's all. Bye.